Good morning. Today we'll be looking at princess style lines. Basically, there are two types of princess style lines. Princess style line from the shoulder and the other one from the armhole. And princess style line is a process whereby you connect your bust dart to your waist dart, and you draw that line true to the hem of your garment. Basically, with princess style lines, your darts are concealed. There will be no visible dart. If you want same at the back, it's the same process. You connect your back shoulder dart to the back waist dart, and you cut out the dart. So I'm going to show that in a bit. For the first one, we'll be looking at the princess style line from the armhole, which means you draw your style line from halfway the armhole measurements. But most times I like to bring my point, I like to raise my point higher than the actual halfway the armhole curve. So you just point out your halfway, or you can raise it higher. Your chest line can be a guideline for that. So I'm doing like 4 centimeters above my chest line, and all you have to do is draw that curve like so. You can use your French curve, this, but you should learn, like I've said in previous videos or previous comments, you should learn to draw with your hand, even without the scales. The scales won't do everything, so you need to learn to draw with your hand. Okay, so you draw your start line like so. Can you see that it's passing through your point X? If you bring this line down, this is your point X, which is your bust point, passing through the point X and into here. Now the next thing is to lengthen your dart to X. Remember the dart manipulation. Whenever you're closing your bust dart, you need to rule the new dart position from the end of the dart point to wherever your dart is going into. That is your new dart location. For instance, I'll just quickly go through that. If you need to cut from your CF, you need to bring this point down and slash from here. Otherwise, if you don't bring this point down and you just slash from here and you're trying to close to this point, you won't be able to close and your pattern will lay flat. Okay, so you just redraw your dart line up to X. Also, can you notice that you're losing part of your measurement? And that's the purpose of the half bust plus 5 ease that you added onto your garment, so you don't begin to eat out of your actual measurements. So you rule that again, then you slash up to here to X and close up to same points. Okay, I've slashed up to X, then I'm going to close this dart now. Now I've closed the bust dart and it has now opened on the armhole. The next thing is to secure this like we usually do and do the true in. Okay, now I've secured the space here, and I'm just securing it so that you will know how to go about it when you're transferring your bust dart into the armhole and how you're going to true it. Like I said, when you're doing a princess style line, your darts will be cut out, both the bust dart or wherever you've transferred it to. In this case, we've transferred it into the armhole. So the armhole dart and the waist dart will be cut out. But because I just want to show you if if you want, in case you want to hold your dart here, that means you're not doing a princess style line, you just want to transfer your bust dart into your underarm and hold it. This is how you're going to go about it. Secure it and then true it. It is very important to true, otherwise if you don't true, I'm sure you must have heard some people saying when they transfer into the armhole and they want to sew, it won't match. So like so, then use your tracing wheel to do the truing, and then you cut out. If you don't do it, you'll be short of fabric. That's what truing does. So now, in a situation whereby you're not making a princess style line, this is what you're going to have for the armhole darts. So in this video, we're actually doing 2 in 1. So now this becomes your new dart position, and by the time you fold your dart, see, your armhole will match again, and your waist dart will be held accordingly as well. Okay, back to the purpose of this video, which is princess style line coming from the armhole. Now it's fine, this drawing, it's fine, or you can actually blend, make it curvy, because on our bust point we are curvy, we are not pointed. So you should try as much as possible to avoid any point. Even on the waistline, you should try to avoid, you should blend this part in on your side seam. Okay, just blend it in. You can use your French curve like so. See, you place it like so, because I've noticed so many people are not placing, or probably not using the correct tools to draw their lines, whether curve or straight. So you can use your French curve to blend into your waistline, waist dart into the armhole dart as well, and you have something curvy like so. Then you lengthen the middle dart line to the hem. Remember, it's a princess style line, and you have to cut all the way down. So let's forget this exists, this brown paper. So I'm just going to cut like that. And this is the basic princess style line. We are not tightening the underbust, we're not doing anything. You just want it like that. We'll do the one where you will tighten the underbust as well. And on here, you just also cut like that. Okay, now I have separated our block into 2 panels. The front panel, CF, and the side panel, SF. On here, remember to add your 0.5 seam allowance, and on here 0.5 to bring them back. If you don't add that, you will be short of fabric, you'll be using part of your measurement. That's what it means. So whenever you're cutting your pattern, your block into pieces, you need to add seam allowance to bring them back. You're only cutting them into pieces because you want to do some kind of manipulations, or you want to use different fabrics. So when you're bringing them back, you need to add seam allowance. Okay, so this part will be cut on the fold of the fabric. Remember, because this is going to be cut on the fold of the fabric, you can add this value, which is 1 centimeters, into the waist dart before you cut it out, or you can take it out from the side, or you can take it out from the back, because usually the back waist dart is, for some people, it's usually small. So you can just add that 1 centimeter on the back, or you can leave it in the block to create more ease if you're making a loose fitted garment and you still want to have your princess style line. So you also always have to draw your grain lines. This is the grain line. You should read more about grain lines, and this is straight grain lines. This sign means you should cut on the straight grain line of your fabric. And this sign means, okay, let me just do it separately so you see. Straight, then pointing towards your CF means you should cut your CF on the folds of the fabric, like so. So it means you should cut this part, your CF, on the fold of the fabric, and this will be, the side panel will be cut to, just right cut to, in case you won't be the one cutting your pattern. And that's it. That's how to panel your block when you're making a princess style line from the armhole. I'm just going to show you, do the same thing on the back, which I'm just going to show you. Okay, so this is the back pattern. You just join your back dart to your back shoulder dart to your waist with the help of your hip curve. You can draw it like that. If you feel your dart is not well aligned, you do it like that and like this. Are you seeing it? Let me just bring the video down a bit. First, I did this like this to the first dart leg, and second dart leg, same on, still the same on the point, on the same point at the point of the dart on the waist. Then you draw that out. For this, you'll be losing some width, which is fine. You'll be losing some width on the back, it's fine. And you'll be losing just a tiny on the bust, which is nothing because you've actually added 5 centimeters to your half bust measurement. So you already have 10 centimeters. This won't affect your measurements because in front we didn't take extra, we didn't take part of your measurements on the chest area in front, so it's fine. It won't affect your measurements. Even though you've gone away, you've moved away from your actual dart, it's still fine. So this is fine. You need, I'm not sure if I've said that, but there's no fixed position for that. If you don't want to have it like that, you can actually move this dart here. So this becomes a straight line and you just draw and cut out. Just make sure you cut out your excess. That's it. So there's no fix. You can move your dart around your block. So that's it. You just cut through like the front up to the hem, cut away your dart, and you have your pattern. Also, don't forget to cut your slanted CB out to add your zipper, and I have already cut out the side seam, the inner shaped side seam. I've done that already. So that's it from princess style lines from the armhole. This is from the shoulder, but if you want it from the armhole as well, just point halfway your armhole and just blend. Just like the front. So in this case, you need to get rid of your dart on here. So draw a slash line to the armhole. Once you do that, once you close this, your slash line opens here. If you want to get rid of your back line. But as well, you can get rid of it like so. Move from here, measure your dart from here. For instance, this is 1 centimeter. Measure 1 centimeter and redraw your armhole. And you've gotten rid of the dart. That's it. That's how to go about it. And I'll see you in the next video, which is princess style line from the shoulder or the usual bust location. See you.